It makes no sense. The numbers say we're winning, but everyone is panicking. Why doesn't anyone believe the numbers? Pip's voice was filled with the frustration of a student who had solved the equation perfectly, only to be told the answer was wrong. The wise badger looked at the chaos of the market, not with confusion, but with a deep, sad understanding. Because you are trying to measure an ocean with a ruler, Pip. You have measured the water, but you have not accounted for the tides. The numbers, the GDP, they tell you the value of the forest. But there are two invisible forces far more powerful than any number. They are the twin tides of the investor's soul, greed and fear. To explain, the badger showed Pip a vision. He saw the forest on a normal day, calm and productive. Then, from the shadows, the sly fox appeared. He wasn't selling anything, he was whispering. He pointed to a patch of common, worthless moss on a rock. "Have you heard?" he whispered to a passing squirrel. "This isn't just moss, this is glow moss. They say it holds the light of the moon and will one day power all the fireflies in the forest." The squirrel, seeing a chance to get rich quick, bought the patch of moss from the fox for 10 acorns. The next day, he told his friends, who, fearing they would miss out, bought their own patches for 20 acorns. The rumor spread like wildfire. Soon, the entire market was in a frenzy. Squirrels were abandoning their profitable nut-gathering businesses to speculate on moss. The price exploded. 50 acorns, 100, 1,000. It was a mania, a delirium fueled by a single powerful emotion, greed. Pip watched in amazement. "But it's just normal moss," he said. "The great annual harvest report didn't mention any glow moss. The numbers don't support this." "The numbers do not matter during the high tide of greed," the badger said grimly. "All that matters is the fear of being left behind." At the peak of the frenzy, the sly fox quietly sold all of his remaining moss for a fortune to the last, most euphoric buyer. Then the fox started a new rumor. He gathered a small group of animals and whispered with a look of fake terror. "Have you heard? The glow moss, it attracts bats, horrible acorn-stealing bats." The rumor, born of nothing, spread even faster than the first. The squirrel who had bought moss for 1,000 acorns tried to sell it for 900. There were no buyers. He dropped his price to 500. Still no buyers. Panic erupted. A stampede to sell began. The price crashed. 100, 10, 1, 0. Squirrels who were millionaires on paper just yesterday were now utterly ruined. Their life savings turned into worthless, common moss, all because of the second, even more powerful emotion, fear. The badger's voice was low and steady. "The numbers tell you the health of the forest, Pip, but these emotions, they tell you the mood of the forest, and the mood can be a liar. Greed creates bubbles that are not supported by the numbers. Fear creates crashes that are not justified by the numbers. They are the two great puppet masters, and most animals spend their entire lives having their strings pulled by one or the other." "So what do I do?" Pip asked, horrified. "How do I fight them?" "You don't," the badger said, revealing the ultimate secret. "You cannot fight the tide. You cannot reason with a puppet master. Your job is not to control the market's emotions. Your job is to control your own. When the tide of greed is high and everyone is buying, you must be cautious. When the tide of fear is high and everyone is selling, you must be brave. You must trust the numbers, the real harvest, not the madness of the crowd." Pip looked out at the market again, but now he saw it differently. He saw the invisible strings attached to every panicked rabbit and every euphoric squirrel. He saw the two great ghostly puppet masters of fear and greed laughing above them. And for the first time, he felt his own strings, and he learned to let them go. He was calm.
He was an observer, not a participant in the madness. As the chaos subsided, he started to notice the animals who hadn't been affected at all. He saw Barry the bear, who had slept through the entire glow moss frenzy. Now he was calmly inspecting the bark of a giant ancient oak tree, a slow, steady, and boring business. Then he saw the squirrels, having learned their lesson, not buying moss, but studying a grove of new, incredibly fast-growing saplings. He turned to the badger, a new strategic light in his eyes. "Mr. Badger, Barry only ever checks on the old, strong oaks, but the squirrels are now looking at the new, fast-growing saplings. They are both calm, but their strategies are completely different. Who is right?"